Number 2. We're gonna start big, we're gonna start hard, we're gonna kick it off with a nice, big Semtex directly to the face. So that's about my typical start on Village. Run to the bridge, die on the bridge, respawn behind the bridge, attempt the bridge once again. But this time I thought, no, I'm gonna go around behind, go with the Magnum, because I can hear this bastard creeping up on the side with his little ACR. This little ACR being my wonder gun that I've acquired from the ground. This has led me to wonder something. When I pick up guns from the ground, for whatever reason, I play really well with them. In fact, I usually go on quite a good streak. That first M.O.A.B I had, for example, I picked up that MP7 from the ground. Even before I hit the specialist bonus, I felt superhuman with it. It felt really comfortable and easy, and maybe that's just the nature of the MP7, but I wouldn't know because I'd never used one before that. But even this ACR I'm using now, I have never felt so comfortable shooting an ACR before, especially not one of my own. This felt perfect. And a few games after this, I had another similarly high streak using an AK-47 that I picked up from the ground. It had a holographic sight and a suppressor. To me, it sounds bogus. That sounds like a goofy pair of attachments for an AK. I mean, they seem pretty standard, yeah, a red dot, a holographic or whatever, and a suppressor. Good attachments, obviously, but on an AK-47, they've never seemed right. Not in COD 4, not in Modern Warfare 2, not in Black Ops. To me, the AK-47 seems like the kind of gun that should remain raw. The raw iron sights, nothing hampering the end of the barrel. Just maybe the FMJ and the extended mags, you know, the manly attachments, but anything like a red dot or a suppressor, it always felt like it had a backwards effect on the AK and just hampered it and made it a little worse. Feels like the kind of gun that should always stay bare minimum, but this gun that I picked up, this holographic suppressed AK-47 on Underground, it kicked ass. I was literally killing people left, right and centre. I was rushing through Underground in a 6v6, murdering them. I must have been 1 or 2 off that M.O.A.B, number 3, but I'm not willing to look back through my recycle bin, find it, and count the kills, because it's only going to depress me when I see when I died. But all this is leading me to think, maybe there is more to it than meets the eye. Maybe you're not just picking up the gun. Maybe you're acquiring the proficiency that the user has tagged to the gun. For example, let's say I start a game off with the MSR like I have in this game. Let's say I start off with an MSR and my proficiency of choice was speed. And then say I switch to my Magnum. I still feel fast as fuck. I feel like I've still got the speed on, but I'm not using the MSR. That's on my back. But I still feel like lightning. Okay, so let's take it a little further. I've just smacked this guy to the ground with my Magnum, and he's dropped an FAD. I pick up the FAD, and on his FAD, he chose stability. So then I think I'll save this for later. I'll put away the FAD and get my MSR back out because I see a guy in the distance. And then I scope in. And would you believe it? This thing feels a whole lot steadier. It's almost as if I had stability equipped. But I don't. I have speed. Still feel pretty nimble, but I also feel very, very stable, aimed down the sights. So what I'm thinking is that a proficiency is not attached to the player, but the proficiency is attached to the weapon. And there is number 2. And how close was that? The last kill, only a split second away from my death. Either way, I was fast enough to get my 24 streak together in this TDM on Village, and once again, with a scavenged weapon. My theory isn't concrete, and I will look into it further, but one thing I am certain of is that slow motion javelin deaths are cool, and they're so cool that I want to watch it again in the final kill cam. So yeah, that was number 2. Felt like a pretty fast one, but I guess in TDM you have to be fast, so I was pretty happy with that particular M.O.A.B, and I'm going to try and dig deeper on this whole bearer of the weapon proficiency theory I have, because I think I might be onto something. So until then, I hope you enjoyed, and fare thee well.